Muslim to say Allah is not someone working with Allah. With that, khayr, that's good. They'll say in the language. That khayr, that's good. He's a light, Allah is a light of heaven and earth. Simply called Allah the sun, though. But light is good. How about light being bad? Is there bad light? This is something to think about. Is there such thing as bad light? When there's good gold and bad gold, and good people and bad people, and good weather and bad weather, and good days and bad days, then there must be good light and bad light. God said the light that He created was good. Does that mean there's no bad light? Whose child is that? Don't wake the baby up. Whatever you do. Whose child is that? Okay.
I didn't born it.
Okay, no problem. It's your child. It's everybody's child right now. If the child is consumed in fire, lit by an evil person whose intention was solely to burn the child, no intelligent reason, the person would be bad. Would the fire also be bad? Okay, extremely hot, especially if it's burning somebody else. Is hot good? At a certain temperature, your body can no longer resist heat. Is that when it becomes bad to you?
I would think so. Burn.
Yeah, so if the fire burnt the kid, wouldn't that be bad fire? Is there any fire that lights without light?
Fire light without light? Well, if
Yes,
you have a light
yes.
within yourself.
No, intelligence.
Okay, yourself.
Well, they call cutting on the light intelligence. Like the light bulb, they go, beep, oh, what?
I read a long time ago that somebody set in the fire and you walk down the fire. Oh, I forgot that you were.
But it doesn't, I'm going another way. I'm saying light is also the mind. It also, when you have knowledge, knowledge is considered light. Correct? So, is that restricted to good information, or is the knowledge that the devil imparted to Eve, which is also light, was that good or bad light? Okay, let's try again. If you walk into a dark room and you're looking for something, and your daughter says, cut on the light, and she doesn't tell you how bright the light is in the room, and you cut on the light, and the light blinds you for the rest of your life, was that good or bad light? Now, that was a bad light. You know why it became bad? Because it became personal. Yeah, when burning the kid up, you had an argument. You see, you had to negotiate what was bad when it was the kid. When it became me, you said, oh, now that is bad. Oh, this fire doesn't burn. Oh, yeah. But I'm not trying to say all fire is bad. I'm trying to say, I was trying to get at the mind that conceives the burning is bad light in the sense of bad knowledge. The actual burning of the child or whoever is bad light, bad fire, because it brought pain and suffering. So there is a such thing as good light and a such thing as bad light. Though the Bible speaks of good light, he's talking about the sun. And he later on describes, I set them in the sky as signs of time, right, and seasons. And we live by these times and these seasons, these 12 signs of the zodiac, as you would call it, with the 12 organs of the body that move around, etc. And that's controlled by some intelligent force. We'd like to believe that all this actions and activity is controlled by some intelligent force, which we trickle down to be God.
Knock on wood that your phone never crashes, but if it does, cosmic radiation could be to blame. Researchers at Vanderbilt say electrically charged particles raining from the sky can be a surprisingly big problem for personal devices, and the problem is growing. The cosmic rays we're talking about don't come from the sun, but from outside our solar system. These rays hit Earth's atmosphere, creating subatomic particles. Millions of these hit your body every second without any known side effects, but electronics are a different story. Because Because some cosmic particles have a charge, they can mess with the device's circuitry and stored data. Fixing this kind of problem for your phone may require a hard reset, which could be a personal nightmare.
Others passing by you in 3D right now. When they hit the top of our atmosphere, the impact is so powerful. The atoms of radiation burst open, tearing apart in violent, cascading collisions. That's what we see in the cloud chamber, atomic shrapnel that has reached the ground. Scientists have determined that some of these rays come from the sun's atmosphere in the form of solar wind, and others from exploding stars. But the most powerful rays are the most puzzling. They don't even come from our own galaxy. They come from some unknown source out in the universe. The energy from the very most powerful ray recorded had enough power to turn on a light bulb for a second or more. They can reconstruct the original cosmic ray that hit the top of the atmosphere. But confirming their source in the deep reaches of space isn't so easy, because these cosmic rays don't always travel in a straight line. Instead, the various magnetic fields of the universe and the galaxy put them on bendy paths.
Not as high. What's causing that?
Well, it kind of looks like a wave, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does look like a wave, but I mean, what is it showing us? Why has it got these high points and low points?
Well, sound is a wave. When I speak, my vocal cords vibrate air, which sends a wave to your eardrum, vibrates your eardrum, and that's how you detect sound.
Okay, so how is this sound wave changing the height of these flames?
Well, the wave is actually areas of high pressure and low pressure in air. So there's actually a sort of compression traveling through, and that's what we can see is the compression in the pipe here. There's area where there's high pressure, areas where there's low pressure.
And that results, the higher pressure is obviously pushing the gas out faster, and so we're getting these higher flames.
That's right. In a simplistic way. Pretty complex situation. But what about if we change it?
So you made it a higher pitch now. And I noticed that these peaks are sort of getting closer together.
That's right, yeah. So we've actually changed the wave. By having a different frequency, we've made a shorter wavelength.
We've changed the sound wave.
Changed the sound wave.
We've made a higher pitch, so that's a higher frequency.
Yep, it's vibrating faster. To get all those vibrations in, it has to do it in a shorter space.
In a shorter wavelength.
Shorter wavelength.
Okay, but this is all very interesting, but, you know, it's killing my ears. So what are we going to do?
Let's go for something a bit more musical, shall we?
All right.
Let's try a fairly simple tone. So I'll just whistle.
We're going to turn sound into light, and then turn the light back into sound again.
There's something similar going on in the body. The body, of course, has this massive blood network that supplies goods, takes away waste products, does very important things for the body, but it's also a supply of the electrical circuit for the body. And each individual cell has a cytoskeleton. This gives it structure, gives it strength so it doesn't get smashed. But that cytoskeleton is also a source of electricity. The electricity coming in off of the network, traveling through the cytoskeletal fibers to provide electricity to the internal of the cell. So basically this voltage change that's created by the red blood cell itself actually drives the red blood cell through the capillary and makes the blood flow properly. So here's a schematic from a paper that I've written with colleagues. And what's really interesting is that when you think about a red blood cell negatively charged moving through a region, that's going to create an electromagnetic field. And the body can use that as a signal, and in fact the body does. We have written in 2 papers now, this group, claiming that endothelial nitric oxide synthase, eNOS, a very, very interesting molecule, can oxidize both sulfur and nitrogen. And it chooses which one to oxidize based on the situation in the current environment. It's constantly monitoring the signals, for example, the electromagnetic signals, to decide which one to make on a case-by-case, moment-by-moment decision. So the skin then is a solar-powered battery, and we are able to use the sunlight for energy just as the plants are, but we do it in this very different way that's actually going to provide us with, what animals have, which is mobility and a brain. We have a nervous system. Plants don't have that. They use the sunlight very differently.
Here we got the traditional lighter, the old school one, you can see. Here you got a more new school torch. It's got this blue. And then here you got this newer kind of torch. Let me see how you open this thing. It's got a safety thing. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, there. And it's got, where is the button? Right here? Okay. There. So you can see the yellow, the purple, and in the regular traditional lighter, you see mostly the yellow, but it's two. You can see the purple near the bottom, and when you do the microwave experiment, you can see a similar thing. They all come and go. Need like as if they all need some kind of fuel to exist. They all come and go. They all burn. They all exhibit light. Hold this split for me for a second. Let me see. Let me see. They all. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all can do this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. One more test, guys. How does this one go? Yeah, they all basically produce the same results. Take that. Thank you. Thank you. They all produce the same results. Let me see. And even at the end of this thing, you get the colors. You get that little purplish glow on. When I pull in, you get more of the red. So it's almost like the flame. The fire is like a mostly yellow area, and then when it gets to like the purple or reddish, not red, that bluish area, that's when it gets more to the lightning area. I don't know, whatever. This is a torch. It's a plasma torch. Go again, and that looks like a fire. Okay, turn down. Okay, there's a plasma torch creating fire. Interesting. All right. Tell you